Rachel Greenwood,
Hello.
FSDP, welcome to today. Excellent. You. So you're a trustee?
I am.
How long have you been a trustee? Or how long have you been involved, should I say, with FSDP? Because you can't remember, can you?
I first came across FSDP, which was then just FSD, in fact.
Oh, right, okay.
When my late partner had a scholarship.
Okay.
So he was a scholar in 2007.
Okay, it's a while ago.
And he learnt to fly at Goodwood.
Oh, wow.
And had the most amazing time.
Yeah.
And the thing I will most remember from him on his scholarship was, do you know, he'd got a little bit lost in his diagnosis, and he was a bit defined by being a cancer patient and an amputee through the cancer. And it kind of took away who the real him was.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then when he had his scholarship and went down to Goodwood, the most amazing thing happened the day that he rang me to say, I've just gone solo.
It's an awesome feeling.
And do you know, I wasn't there, but I was at work, in fact, and he'd never rung me at work before, ever, except to tell me really bad medical results.
Yeah.
So that was the most amazing call, because he sounded like him again.
And that's got to be the reason. I was going to ask you why you're involved, but I think it's a given, really.
Yeah.
And what a fantastic charity it is.
It is.
The opportunities it gives, talking to some of the scholars today, it's just amazing, the freedom it gives to them, and opens avenues that they wouldn't have if they didn't have access to this.
Absolutely. So he died a year later, in fact, which wasn't expected, but unfortunately his cancer had spread. And initially I did a bit of fundraising to try and repay some of what they'd given back to his life, and what they'd given back to all of us is in giving him the real him back to us. And I came here to present a cheque, I think probably in 2009, and then they asked if I'd like to be on the medical board, because the medical team, because my background's a physio.
Oh wow, okay.
So I jumped at that chance to come to Cranwell, because I hadn't seen what had happened for him to be selected.
Yeah.
What I'd see was him come back from Cranwell very different.
Yeah.
When I asked him what to explain what had happened at Cranwell, he said, I don't think I can do that. I think that's something that process that happened made me really think about.
Okay.
So I really only understood that by then going and meeting other people. And I admittedly, when I first joined to help, it was because I felt I owed them a massive debt of gratitude.
It's a fantastic charity.
I felt I must help them for the rest of my life, and it still won't repay what it did for him and for all of us at that time.
And so it must be rewarding for you, particularly.
Hugely.
To see the way that the guys, they, you know, some of them, I was talking to Matthew, you know, he was quite anxious when he started, and I can appreciate that myself.
Gosh, obviously. I remember them, all the people you've been talking to.
Definitely.
I remember them coming to Cranwell, you know, and seeing, and the absolute privilege in seeing the change in people is just enormous. Yeah. And now I no longer do it just in his memory, I do it because
you want him.
Yeah, and because you invest in these people.
Yeah, definitely.
And they repay you that investment by coming back and telling us the changes that it's made, you know?
It's really impressive, and it's great, and it wouldn't be here without people like yourself. So, you know, they're in debt to you as well, really, for what you put into this. So brilliant.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It's not a totally altruistic gesture to help this charity.
No,
you get back from it from all these people here.
Yeah, and there's
so
a theme.
Much more than you put in, actually.
That, you know, I'm picking that up from everybody. You know, talking to John, talking to Helen, everybody that's involved. They just love what they do. It's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic talking to you, Rachel.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
And we're going to be here all day, so we'll catch up with you later. Thank you.